As India celebrated its 74th Republic Day with full pomp and show and with a patriotic fervour, there were some who attempted to vitiate the peace on the glorious day. In JNU, a banned BBC propaganda film on Prime Minister Modi was screened despite the centre's ban on the documentaries. The film, which has been called a vicious propaganda to promote hate, was screened in the university campus, defying all orders. Now, not just JNU, videos of NCC cadets chanting Allahu Akbar slogans in the Aligarh Muslim University on Republic Day have also surfaced. In this video, allegedly on your TV screens, a group of NCC cadets can be heard chanting Vande Mataram and Bharat Maa Ki Jai. But some miscreants started to raise Islamic slogans like Allahu Akbar in counter to the Vande Mataram slogan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are NCC cadets donning a uniform that teaches them their duty, which is to rise above all religion and caste divides and put the nation first. But take a look at how some radical elements attempted to stoke the communal fires in AMU.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining Ishkaran Bhandari and Kamruzaman Chaudhary on the debate are RSN Singh author, Rahul Ishwar activist and advocate Talha Rashidi, spokesperson of the Rashtriya Ulema Council. Ishkaran Bhandari, do you see a pattern in the manner in which, there is once again a divisive agenda at play in universities, whether you look at JNU, whether you look at Jamia, whether you look at AMU now on Republic Day? Is there once again an ecosystem that seems to be inciting people just with the same divisive agenda as we've seen in the past?
Navika ji, firstly, I think universities is a bit of an overstatement. Why is it always a few particular universities are in news for this? Whether it be JNU, Jamia or AMU. I don't remember last time we did this debate on Shri Ram College of Commerce. I don't. Maybe there is a debate on this. And what was the JNU slogans? Just 2016 chart sheet said, Bharat tere tukde honge, go India, go back, Kashmir ki azadi tak, Bharat ki barbadi tak, jang rahegi, jang rahegi. So it is these particular select so-called universities where these students from JMU, AMU are creating slogans which of course are for a political purpose, to say it the least. Whether they are anti-national slogans in the case of JMU, which a charge sheet has been filed, or whether they are just religious slogans, that is a different issue. But it is massive politicization. And I read a recent article which was very informative of how the subsidy on JNU is almost 6,95,000 per student. Now, if you, me, the taxpayers are funding, the least you expect people get educated, and if they want to do politics, please come out, join the political party, hit the streets or do good political work and get elected. But don't stay in these universities while all you want to do is build a political career for yourself. There are enough deserving students who want to work for the economy, who want to work for the nation, who should be given that opportunity. So my only solution is, anytime a student in university is found doing this, either he or she be made to pay the full fees, or they be thrown out, and so that they can very happily do their politics.
Kamruzaman Chaudhary, have some of these universities now become addas of ideological political battles?
No, of course, always universities were the hotbed of ideation. Rather, why should I stop any university?
अक्ल हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तेरे कातिल जिंदा हैं, भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे. This is ideology, political ideology taking shape in India, or opposing Bharat Mata ki jai. Is that political ideology taking shape in India?
Navika, let me complete, please. I said that any form of radicalization is wrong in the universities. It should not be permitted. But the topic that you have chosen today, citing Allahu Akbar and stating that this is an anti-national, I can't fathom, because we as Muslims, we call Allahu Akbar 5 times a day when we go to offer namaz. So it's a very secret word for the Muslims of this country. And I believe those students out there who with the NCC uniform, though it was wrong, they should not have calling any religious slogan in a country's NCC uniform. We also went to the NCC once upon a time, but we were never taught this type of sloganeering which supposed to belong to a particular faith. It's not the fact out here. But then, Navika, you know, when I will question those in the institution, when I question the portrait of Jinnah in Aligarh Muslim University, then I will also question Savarkar in the parliament or in the Karnataka Assembly or in any other institution. Because for me, Jinnah's ideology and Savarkar's ideology have killed the nation. So I will oppose both of them.
Well,
but I don't see any harm if any
let's come back to the context. Let's come back to the context and RSN saying Allahu Akbar se kisi ko problem nahi hai. It's the place where it's said, and it is the Republic Day celebrations where Bharat Maa ki Jai was being said, where these religious slogans came in. You know, today the same people are saying there's nothing wrong, these are sacred words. But I want to ask you, even if it was Jai Shri Ram, wouldn't they have seen it as a war cry as they've seen it in the past?
Yeah, I would have definitely opposed it if somebody was to raise slogans Jai Shri Ram on a Republic Day. So, and you think he doesn't understand? He knows what was the intention. It was a kind of a veiled threat, and he says that 5 times a day it is repeated from the mosque. And what is the second line? After you say Allahu Akbar, you know, when you summon people for prayer, what is the second line you say? The second line you say that nobody else is worth, you know, worth worship. So that haughtiness, that superciliousness, that, you know, intolerance is very much inherent. But his name, just 1 minute, his namesake, you know, Chaudhry Khalikuzaman.
On a religion.
No, 1 minute. His namesake, 1 minute, बोलने दीजिए. Chaudhry, his namesake, you know, I mean, almost, you know, it sounds same. You know, Chaudhry Khalikuzaman, he wrote a book, Pathway to Pakistan. And in that he said that if there was no Aligarh Muslim University, there would have been no Pakistan. And by the way, Navika ji, you know who was Chaudhry Khalikuzaman? He was one of the members who that night when, you know, when Nehru said, you know, that when the whole world sleep, India wins, you know, freedom. Khalikuzaman was also one of those people who addressed, amongst the 4 people who addressed from the Constituent Assembly. He was one, Nehru was the other, Radhakrishnan was the 3rd one, and Rajendra Prasad was 4th one. And then this gentleman, he goes to Pakistan. So they, in Aligarh Muslim University, they have ensured that the ideology of Pakistan does not die. And let me tell you, my Hindustani Muslim friends who are in West Asia, you know, die-hard nationalists, they tell me that the biggest traitors and the biggest enemies of India are the Aligarh Muslim University graduates.
Well, let's not generalize.
Now they are the ones, you know, who know how to hide their...
But certainly the university, has seen several ignominies in the past, and including Sharjeel Imam, who said, "Wo chicken neck kaat do." We've seen all of that. Advocate Talha, मेरा सवाल आपसे सिर्फ इतना है.
Madam, this is...
नहीं एडवोकेट ताला, मेरा सवाल सिर्फ आपसे इतना है कि रिपब्लिक डे पर जहां भारत मां की जय हो रहा है, या वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग द 74th रिपब्लिक डे ऑफ द कंट्री, रिलीजन हैज नो प्लेस इन दैट. Why do we see such things in universities like AMU? And this is not the first time.
Navika ji, a very good evening to you and to all the panelists and to your viewers. It's absolutely, you were right when you said that on Republic Day, an event of Republic Day, an occasion which is of national pride to each and every Indian, things like this should not take place, and the petty politics being done on such things should also not take place. That said, we need to, I have my objections here, is that the selective outrage that is going on in here. Universities or the colleges that do not agree with the ideology of the party or the people in power today are being targeted selectively. These universities make headlines, these universities make the story of the prime time on national television only, but the stories like when in Karnataka, RSS and Bajrang Dal cadres are being given weapon training in college campuses. We have seen many such instances. In Ahmedabad University, a college principal was forced to chant Jai Shri Ram by ABVP workers, but that doesn't make to the prime time shows.
The Karnataka, absolutely condemnable. Nobody is supporting that, Rahul Ishwar. Rahul Ishwar, nobody is supporting that. But why is there justification of what happens in AMU by giving examples of Karnataka? You can condemn that and you can condemn this.
I'm not trying to justify. You need to understand that.
Two wrongs won't make a right. One, we are a nation which always chants Ishwar Allah Terona, Sabko Sannadi De Bhagavan. That's the Gandhian heart of India. Here there are two problems. One, specific
Rahul Ishwar, ask these two gentlemen to repeat. Ask these two gentlemen to repeat Ishwar Allah Terona.
Specific celebration of celebrating our Republic Day. So what happens when Bharat Maa Ki Jai is standard or Vande Mataram is standard? Some people are countering it with other slogans, which can be detrimental to our national pluralism or our flavor. See, we all chanted Vande Mataram once more because of that old Indian Muslim.
Absolutely. Advocate Talha, is there any problem in saying Vande Mataram? Is there any problem in saying Vande Mataram?
Yes, the Muslims have some reservations in saying Vande Mataram. Yes, it's open. It's not. We are not constitutionally bound to say Vande Mataram. We say proudly Jana Gana Mana. We proudly say the national anthem. We proudly sing the national anthem Jana Gana Mana. But there was a deliberate instigation by a particular section of the NCC cadets by saying Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai in AMU campus, and as a result, it was a reaction when Allah was
Vande Mataram Bharat Mata Ki Jai ke against Allahu Akbar is supposed to be now, tit for tat, RSN Singh. अगर कोई वंदे मातरम बोलेगा तो हम अल्लाहू अकबर बोलेंगे. Virtually justifying it. Advocate Talha. Advocate Talha, that's exactly what you're saying. RSN Singh.
कि जज्बातों के साथ खेला जा रहा है. वो बच्चे हैं, उनके जज्बातों के साथ खेला जा रहा है. क्यों भड़काएंगे उन्हें जब पता है कि मुसलमान रिजर्वेशन है वंदे मातरम से, तो आप वहां
आप आपकी
पढ़ा गया था.
एक मिनट
वंदे मातरम भड़काऊ होता है क्या आरएसएस सिंह जी?
नहीं.
पर ये किसने रोका? आप
नहीं
रोका. संविधान का आर्टिकल 19 आपको भी इजाजत देता है कि वंदे मातरम आप पढ़िए, और मुझे इजाजत देता है कि मैं वंदे मातरम.
अरे क्या, सुनिए
वंदे मातरम अगर नहीं बोलना है तो मत बोलिए, लेकिन अल्लाहू अकबर क्यों बीच में बोल रहे हैं? सवाल तो ये उठता है ना आरएसएन सिंह जी. आई एम लोअरिंग योर फेडर एडवोकेट ताला. आरएसएन सिंह, लास्ट वर्ड फ्रॉम यू.
No. I am just saying that Rahul Ishwar raised, that famous, that prayer song of Mahatma Gandhi, Ishwar Allah Tero Naam. Ask these two gentlemen to repeat this Ishwar Allah Tero Naam.
No, they are not even repeating Vande Mataram. They say they have reservations with that. Ishkaran Bhandari, Vande Mataram भड़काऊ? Yes or no? Vande Mataram भड़काऊ होता है?
They believe in the constitution.
I want to say bhadkau things. Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki jai. I don't think so. Anybody can seriously say that bhadkau, but if you find them bhadkau, you expose yourself with your own words.
Don't say it, my friend. But to say that we are retaliating and saying Allahu Akbar because somebody said bhadkau, Vande Mataram, well, that's a new analogy. And that would be unacceptable in India. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this debate.